inDrive has been the buzz of the few Indian cities for a while. With its unique business approach, it hopes to make a dent in the Indian cab hailing sector. Hello everyone, I'm Priyanshu Chaudhary for SME Futures, and today we have with us Mr. Roman Emotion, the Director of Asia Pacific Region for inDrive. We welcome you, Mr. Emotion.
Nice to meet you, everyone.
First question would be, wherein you tell us briefly about what inDrive is, or maybe one thing that makes it very unique, or perhaps the USP of this product.
Good question. inDrive now is one of the biggest mobility platforms in the world. It's the most downloaded app globally, and that's the second fastest growing mobility app in the world. In India, we already have some very good position. We don't really estimate our market share because India is huge, and but we've got a lot of drivers and a lot of passengers working with us in different states of India.
I think that's amazing. And also considering the fact that within this short span of launch, it has gained a lot of popularity among the Indian crowd that we have here. Okay, well, inDrive is currently available in a few Indian states. What exactly prompted you, or perhaps the whole inDrive team, to expand your business in a country where, similar apps to inDrive are already in use?
We started our business in India in 2019. It was even before the COVID time when mobility was very intensive. And we started with a number of cities. One of the first one was Chandigarh, and then we moved to Bhopal, Lucknow, Ludhiana, cities like that. They were doing very, very well. Local communities, they just perceived our app very positively. And then COVID happened, and the mobility across the globe and in India, that was declining. So we just put on hold our expansion. And after the COVID has almost gone, at the beginning of last year, we started to expand even more because we saw that people in the cities which we launched before, they started to come back to us, and they love our platform, they love inDrive.
Okay, so if we talk about the launch in India, what were exactly the challenges that you faced? And I mean, how did the whole team come together and try to cope with these challenges?
Yeah, India is, it's a huge country with a lot of different languages, different regulation. All people are different. The population, I think it's now the biggest in the world, 1.5 billion. So it's been quite a challenging task for us to launch a business in India. So we started with the medium-sized cities. First of all, drivers are difficult to educate how to use the platform. So we had to spend quite a lot of efforts to provide various educational materials and another incentive campaigns to make drivers use us. Drivers are using a number of apps at the same time, even having a number of mobile phones in the car, or on the bike, and they just choose in between which ride they prefer more. And then the others who are waiting for them, they just cancel them. So I think that's the big challenge for everyone. So we had to set up the local company in India, hire all the local consultants and local teams just to make sure that we comply with the local regulation and also pay taxes as it's required by by law. The big cities of India like Mumbai or Delhi, they're huge. And just to tell people that we are here and to provide the knowledge of our product, it's been quite challenging.
Okay, now let's jump into the next question. I have to ask you, according to a few reviews that we read, the app appears to have a few security flaws, such as app tracking, that is not really up to the bar, or the inability to communicate ride details directly with the family member. So, what do you have to say about this particular thing?
That's a very important feature that I guess every app should have, because sometimes the person wants to share his location with his friends or with his family. And we have this feature already in the app. Once you click on the button on the app, there is an option to share your ride, and it's going to go to the person whom you trust, and then the person may track your live location where you go with the driver. So we do everything possible to make your ride safe, including the verification of the drivers, teaching them, even banning them out of the system in case something goes wrong. And you also have a SOS button. You can click the SOS button in the app in case you have an emergency, and then this team, on the other side, they're gonna help you immediately.
So now that you have spoken about how few drivers do have the tendencies of getting banned in case things do not really go good with the riders, considering the safety of the customer here. So there was this incident, I think it was during the year 2022, wherein many unregistered drivers were found working under inDrive, prompting Chandigarh to urge ban across the Tri-City. So what do you have to say about this particular incident that had happened?
Yeah, Chandigarh is quite an interesting case. We've been in touch with the regulator there for quite a while already, trying to get the license to approve ourselves, and we think that we're fully compliant, and we are in a very close cooperation with the local authorities. So for Chandigarh, frankly, we are expecting to be legalized very, very soon. The thing here is that I think most of that was, to be honest, a bit exaggerated by the local media, because we never had unregistered drivers on our platform. Some of them could have some documents probably expired in the past, and at that time we found them all and we updated the documents. So I think that case has been resolved, and that was a little bit of buzz from the media side. Probably some of our competitors in the market, they also pushed that slightly. But again, for the moment, we're absolutely compliant, and we're just waiting for our license to be issued.
Well, we were talking about business, and especially in the Indian cities. Do you plan on expanding your business to more Indian cities? And if you have any cities on your mind, which are the ones on your top priority list?
So for the moment, we don't have a huge list of cities we want to launch. Yeah, we are now launching Pune. We have presence in Ahmedabad. These are the new ones that we started. Surat is doing pretty well. And then our current strategy is to mostly focus on the cities that we've launched before, just to make the service quality there higher, to make drivers happy there, and to make our brand penetration and brand knowledge in these cities higher. So that's the strategy. And I hope that once we have new opportunities coming in India, some new cities coming to us, and we see some organic growth, because normally we launch the city without the commission for drivers, without any fee for driver, and then we could see some organic growth in these cities, and then we just send our team there and it starts developing the city.
I think the strategy is very clear, and I think after speaking to you for a while, I have understood that inDrive really focuses a lot on the quality service and not just the quantity. Now that we spoke, you told me that your focus right now is to make the quality of service better into the states that you have already ventured into, and I think that's amazing. Well, if I have to ask you about the inDrive roadmap for the Indian market down the line, what would it be?
That's, again, an interesting question, because India, for me, it's like a huge world of different things. Of course, at the beginning, as you mentioned, it's important to focus on the volumes, because you need to capture the market. Once the market is somehow captured, and we have some decent market share already in the market in India, then our focus is to quality, as you said. But to become quality, first we have to legalize ourselves everywhere. So we are setting up teams and open offices and do all the IT settings that are required. Somewhere it's data protection, somewhere it's like local tracking tool we have to do in different states. We set it up, then we approve this with the government. We go through the licensing process, and then we get the license. So that's, I think, one of the biggest challenges and biggest plans for the upcoming year, or even more, to be legalized everywhere we operate. Then we are focused on the other mobility verticals to be delivered in the cities where we operate, courier services, freight services, and other intercity services, very important for us. So that's more about the product now, about the legalization, about the legal status, and overall marketing. We do quite a lot of promotions for our drivers, like incentive campaigns, time to time for the passengers for making certain number of rides. So it's quite an interesting journey for us, and we have a big local team which is working on that on a daily basis.
It's really lovely to hear such positive things and to see that the business has been doing great. Now, well, that brings us to the end of the interview. But before we bid a goodbye to each other, there is one thing that I would want you to do. A small, short message that you would like to give to the inDrive users who are here in India and what all they can expect in upcoming days from inDrive.
I would like to say thank you to everyone who is using us at the moment or who is just planning to use us for their daily needs. We know that the traffic in Indian megapolises is quite tough at the moment, and then the air pollution is pretty difficult. So we just encourage everyone to use mobility platforms to make their life easier, to make the pollution less. And if any of our users has any suggestions, we're always open for the feedback. We have all our social networks, all our social media where everyone can make a comment, or we have a 24/7 support team which is ready to reply to anything, if you have some urgency or any suggestion. So we just want to be very close to the Indian community, develop the community with our social programs as well. So I just want to say good luck to everyone. And I personally love India. When I come there, this is a special vibe, very special attention from people. So good luck to everyone. And I hope we'll stay in touch very, very long.
Thank you so much for your time. It was really wonderful having you here. And SME Futures wishes you and the whole team of inDrive all the very best for all of your future endeavors.
Thank you very much. That was a pleasure being with you.